Core values of Jiddu Krishnamurti. Did you know that Jiddu Krishnamurti spent his entire life dismantling the very authority the world tried to place upon him? Do you now begin to see why he rejected gurus, organizations, doctrines, and yet became one of the most influential spiritual thinkers of the modern age? Krishnamurti's life is not the story of a teacher building a system. It is the story of a mind that refused every system, including its own. Let us walk this rigorously through his natal chart, external value system, and his Navamsha, internal value system, because Krishnamurti is one of the clearest examples of a soul whose outer life dissolved authority, while the inner life demanded uncompromising responsibility. External core values, natal chart D1, how the world experienced Krishnamurti. Sagittarius, emphasis, a life driven by truth, not belief. With strong Sagittarian signatures in the natal chart, Krishnamurti entered the world with an unmistakable external orientation toward truth, inquiry, and philosophical confrontation. Externally, people experienced him as someone who questioned every belief system, refused inherited ideology, challenged tradition, scripture, and spiritual hierarchy. His external core value was radical. Truth must be discovered, not transmitted. This is why he dissolved the order of the star, why he repeatedly said, "Truth is a pathless land," why he rejected being called a guru, even when millions wanted him to be one. Sagittarius does not tolerate cages of belief. It seeks open skies. And Krishnamurti lived this relentlessly. Sun in Sagittarius, natal, external status, through moral independence. Krishnamurti's sun in Sagittarius shows that his external status did not come from titles or institutions, but from moral and philosophical independence. The world recognized him because he refused borrowed authority, he stood alone in thought, he spoke without alignment to any group. Sagittarius sun natives gain visibility when they stand apart, not when they belong. But there is a cost. This sun placement often creates loneliness at the top, misunderstanding by followers, constant projection from others who want certainty. Krishnamurti was listened to, but rarely followed, because following him required abandoning psychological comfort. Moon in Sagittarius, natal, emotional honesty, seen by the world. With the moon also in Sagittarius, the world perceived Krishnamurti as emotionally honest, blunt, and uncompromising. There was no emotional manipulation, no soothing spiritual language, no comforting promises. His emotional core value externally was clarity over comfort. People felt exposed in his presence, not because he attacked, but because he refused to reassure the mind. Do you now see why people either revered him or resisted him, but rarely felt neutral? Sagittarius moon does not nurture illusions, it burns them. Action and intellect, Mars in Pisces, Mercury in Aquarius. Krishnamurti's Mars in Pisces shows that his external action was not aggressive or confrontational in form, even though the content was revolutionary. He acted through silence, observation, withdrawal, letting insight dissolve conflict rather than confronting it. There was no fight, only exposure. His Mercury in Aquarius made his intellect radically non-traditional. He spoke in ways that broke linear spiritual thinking, rejected ritual and repetition, questioned even questioning itself. Externally, this created a paradox. Gentle delivery, devastating clarity, no system yet total impact. Internal core values, Navamsha, D9, who Krishnamurti became over time. Now we move to the quieter, more demanding truth. As Krishnamurti matured through isolation, responsibility, and lifelong self-observation, his Navamsha reveals a much stricter internal world than the one people saw. Moon in Capricorn, inner emotional discipline. Internally, Krishnamurti's moon in Capricorn shows emotional austerity. Inside there was no indulgence in feeling, no emotional storytelling, no permission to drift. His internal core value became, emotion must not distort perception. This explains why his talks grew sharper, quieter, more stripped down with age. Capricorn moon does not seek emotional expression, it seeks emotional containment. The world saw compassion. Inside, there was vigilance. Sun in Scorpio, Navamsha, internal authority, through psychological truth. In Navamsha, the sun shifts into Scorpio. This is critical. Internally, Krishnamurti's authority came not from philosophy, but from penetrating the roots of fear, observing desire without escape, facing death, attachment, and conditioning directly. Scorpio Sun does not teach ideas, it destroys false identities. This explains why Krishnamurti's work relentlessly returned to fear, conditioning, psychological time, the observer and the observed. He was not interested in improvement. He was interested in ending illusion at the root. Venus in Libra, Navamsha, inner value of balance, without attachment. Internally, Venus in Libra shows that Krishnamurti valued balance, harmony, and beauty, but without emotional dependence. Relationships were not for completion. They were mirrors for awareness. His internal value was, relationship must reveal truth, not provide security. This explains both his deep connections and his emotional distance. Libra refines, but does not cling. Jupiter in Capricorn, Navamsha, inner responsibility for wisdom. Krishnamurti's Jupiter in Capricorn internally is one of the most telling placements. His inner guru was ruthless. He held himself responsible for, not misleading, not comforting falsely, not allowing belief to masquerade as truth. Wisdom, for him, had to be lived without escape routes. This is why he refused disciples, why he rejected methods, why he dismantled even meditation techniques. Karmic axis, Rahu in Gemini, Ketu in Sagittarius, Navamsha. Internally, the karmic demand was clear. Move away from absolute philosophies and inherited truths, Sagittarius Ketu, toward moment-to-moment observation and inquiry, Gemini Rahu. This is the essence of his teaching, not what you think, but how thinking happens. He was not here to give answers. He was here to expose the process of seeking itself. Our final core value. Truth. Jiddu Krishnamurti's life teaches us this. Externally, he dismantled authority, belief, and tradition. Internally, he lived with extreme discipline, responsibility, and psychological honesty. He rejected systems, not casually, but at great inner cost. He offered freedom, not as comfort, but as burden. He was not here to lead followers. He was here to leave the mind alone with truth. Do you now understand why Krishnamurti unsettles even today? Because his work does not age. It does not belong to time. It waits for the moment you stop seeking security. I shall see you in the next core value analysis of another luminary. Meanwhile, take care and be safe.